Hello again, Snowman here, and today I'm going to show you how to make this. It's just an oil lamp made from stuff scavenged around the house. Stuff I already have, and didn't cost me a thing, and it burns used vegetable oil. So the first thing I started with is just an old cup, a tea light cup. I think any oven-proof kind of dish will work. It could even be just a ceramic tray. Could be a tile as long as there was some kind of a lip around it to hold the oil, and then you can just lay the wick in. So for a wick, I just got a mop and cut off a piece, one string of the mop. Now it could be anything. It could be a shoelace, could be a strip of a t-shirt or a sweater, anything that's gonna, wick the oil and burn it off. Don't go out and buy a mop. The idea is to find something that's just lying around the house and make use of it. Found some wire lying around the house, and I'm going to wrap it around this nail here to get something that looks sort of like this. The purpose of it is simply to hold the wick upright out of the oil inside the cup. If you see how tightly wound this is, it does a great job of holding the wick. But one problem I've got is as the wick burns down, it's hard to push it up without putting the light out, holding this, and then pushing the wick up through it. I want to find something that's going to hold it a little looser and possibly let the oil wick up into the wick a little better, and hopefully that way it's going to burn longer, or at least be easier to adjust. So the first thing I want to do is wind the large coil that's going to hold it upright, the base of the wick holder, and then go to the center and then bend it up, and then this is the part that's going to wind around the nail. And again, I'm going to wind this one a little looser, see if it burns better. If it's too tall, just push it down. It's a good idea to have the wick holder so that the wick is going to be below the lip. It just gives you a little more protection from the wind as you carry the lamp around the house. Alright, so I'm going to use the old wick because the other one's not quite dry yet. And I'm just going to thread it through our wick holder. So you can see it's kind of hard to push it up through there. It's not easy to adjust, even though I've done it a little looser. But it could be it doesn't have to stick up as much. It might burn along here. In fact, it might burn too much. We'll take a look. If it does, then we'll go back to the old style of wick holder that's tight around here and only allows the flame above the end of the wick holder. This is all about experimenting and finding out what works with what you have. So you're just privy to the process of me learning how to do this. Well, so far so good. It's only burning at the top of the wick. The fact that it's a little looser along here might make it easier for the oil to be absorbed into the wick, and it might not need to be adjusted quite as often. You can see there's a little bit of black smoke coming out, and that kind of thing's gonna, if you're in a small enclosed area, it's gonna cause some odor and maybe even eventually some smudging on the ceiling. So you might want to pull the wick down a little bit. Then again, you might just live with it, and if you're outside, you wouldn't care. So we'll take a look and see how long this burns. It's been about 5 minutes, and as you can see, the flame has gone down and is burning through the holder, which is bright red. It's probably going to burn the wick all the way down to the oil, which is not a problem as far as safety goes because it is inside this glass and it's not going anywhere. It works to get you a light in an emergency. It's not the best possible solution, but it'll work for you. What you have to do is experiment and just use the materials you have on hand and try it different ways and see what works for you. Just to show how confident I am that this water is good to drink, I'm going to have my 12-year-old son test it for you right on camera. Okay.